Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome back. What you're about to see isn't scripted, it isn't staged, and it definitely isn't safe. This is raw police body cam footage where one bad decision turns into a chain reaction of chaos, sirens, and split-second judgment calls. Stay locked in, because once this starts, there's no pause button. At about 4:30 p.m. on January 13, 2025, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper spotted a white Chevrolet with its license plate obscured. When the trooper attempted a traffic stop, the driver sped off at over 100 miles per hour, sparking a high-speed chase.
What's your current speed? You want low power or slow power? What's your current speed? What's your current speed?
After just 2 minutes, a trooper executed a high-speed pit maneuver, spinning the Chevrolet counterclockwise, sliding it across the roadway and into another vehicle before it came to a stop on the shoulder. The driver, identified as Detwan Rakeem Daniels, was taken into custody on charges of fleeing and reckless driving.
Show me your hands!
Reach out to 1730 and 1793. Both units are very close, 876.
On March 18, 2024, Trooper Lucas was conducting radar enforcement on U.S. Highway 441 near the 13,500 block when he observed a white Dodge Challenger speeding southbound. He estimated the speed at 94 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone, confirmed by radar at 96 miles per hour. Trooper Lucas turned around, activated his emergency lights and siren, but the driver failed to stop, initiating a pursuit.
For 1466 at County Line, they're going to...
Alright, we do have a hit on the stop sticks.
You too?
Alright, we're still going a little too fast to pit. Rear driver's side's going out.
Tampa, rear driver's side going out.
Report 9 point.
few minutes later, as the Dodge Challenger began to slow down, Trooper Lucas attempted a pit maneuver, but the driver swerved and successfully evaded it. The vehicle continued to flee at speeds of 130 miles per hour, at times exceeding 140 miles per hour.
I'm right here with you. Good. Come on. Singapore.
Singapore, station 1033.
10-4, if I can get a chance to bid, I'm going to pay him.
Stand by. Signal 4.
1046.
Very good about you got power lines down.
Power line down.
Hold the channel.
10-4, station 1033.
Drag his ass out the window. Drag his ass. Any air resistance, put this dog in. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
On Tuesday, March 25th, 2025, at 11:39 a.m., Trooper Dylan Evans learned that a stolen Tennessee license plate, BDX 9095, was spotted on a white Ford Edge at Southland Gaming and Racing. After confirming the plate was stolen, Trooper Evans saw the vehicle turn onto Ingram Boulevard at 11:43 a.m. and pulled it over at the Exxon station. He waited for backup before approaching the driver.
Should be Bravo Delta X-ray 9095. 1037.
While waiting for backup, the Ford Edge fled south on Ingram Boulevard. Trooper Evans activated his siren and pursued the vehicle as it ignored 3 one-way signs and a do not enter sign, then began driving east in the westbound lanes of the North Service Road.
Wrong way on the service road. We're getting on the interstate. Interstate, wrong way. Wrong way on the interstate.
The SUV approached a commercial truck in the outside lane and a black sedan in the inside lane, forcing the sedan to swerve to avoid a head-on crash. The SUV then passed 2 more sedans. Trooper Evans attempted a TVI, but it failed due to oncoming traffic.
What's the location? 281. That's down. Still going one way. We're coming up in okay now. Shoot. 342 on there, too. Good, okay. We're running okay now.
It's in Union East, just making the East Crossing, so just in case you make a turnaround.
Real location on the Kansas City. Sounds good. They got off on Mountain City. TBI, Mountain City. TBI, Mountain City. TBI, man. TBI, man.
The SUV reached speeds over 60 miles per hour, forcing multiple vehicles to swerve to avoid collisions. It passed about 49 cars in the wrong direction on Interstate 40, then exited onto the Martin Luther King westbound entrance ramp, driving north in the southbound lanes. After crossing railroad tracks, Trooper Evans attempted a second TBI, but it failed. Near Mound City Road, he successfully executed a third TBI, forcing the SUV off the road. On December 9, 2023, Kent County deputies located a stolen Dodge Durango at the Meyer on 17 Mile Road. Deputy Ziemkowski attempted a traffic stop, but the driver fled. The deputy pursued and immediately notified dispatch.
Any day for a suspect.
Back to the gas station, 17 miles an hour. Coming back out to 17 mile. Looks like we're gonna go towards the highway. Nice small no ramp behind right now.
Heavy ramping on southbound. Heavy 42 taking over. And this for 4140, you're behind him. You're going to take over and pursue traffic.
Traffic's open. Speeder 98.
The suspect initially drove at speeds between 50 to 70 miles per hour on rain-slick roads. The deputy maintained a safe distance while awaiting backup units.
Central 619 responding. We're 60 empty.
4140.
4140, go ahead.
Any updates on speed?
Current speed about 100. Southbound 131, light traffic.
Copy speed.
Speeds are 110.
They're just passing 14 miles.
6135, we're 131 South Coast.
10 point. They have spikes at 10 miles.
32, I'm north of 10 mile.
I'm gonna take back over traffic. We are at 131. Just passing over Road River. Speeds are 115. Still light traffic.
10 bar, you're just about to reach 32.
Later again.
On the left lane. They're right behind me. I'm gonna try and pit them.
Copy, attempting a pit.
I'm with him. 35 behind him.
Copy.
The chase continued for several more minutes until the suspect's vehicle began to slow.
Disregard.
A pit maneuver was attempted, nearly causing the vehicle to flip, but the driver regained control and continued to flee.
Copy, it's going back northbound.
Good fit, good fit. We're gonna get blocked in.
Copy, getting him locked in.
Hands up! Put your hands up!
We're gonna get them blocked in.
Copy, getting him locked in.
At about 8:50 p.m. on August 29th, 2025, Arkansas State Police Sergeant Kyle Jones was working a sobriety checkpoint on Highway 41 at Highway 234 when a white Chevrolet Tahoe approached southbound. Sergeant Jones contacted the driver, later identified as Kenneth Terrell, who was not wearing a seatbelt. Terrell said he had no identification and would need to search the vehicle for it. Jones asked for Terrell's cell phone, which Terrell handed over, then directed him to pull to the shoulder for further investigation. Instead of stopping, Terrell accelerated and fled south on Highway 41. Sergeant Jones and nearby patrol units immediately initiated a pursuit.
34, 38 high, or 37. Highway 41 southbound, south crossroad. Boys running into a pit. If we can get it before we get to form, we good.
10-4, he slammed his brakes on.
The chase reached speeds of over 100 miles per hour as Sergeant Jones repeatedly tried to move in for a pit. Each time, the suspect slammed on the brakes or swerved to block the patrol car's approach. Still, Sergeant Jones stayed close, waiting for the right moment to bring the pursuit to an end.
Let me get up beside you on the straight stretch and I can kind of box you in.
10-4, you might be able to pull ahead of me. Pull up on him a little quicker than me. When we get up here, if I can't get up beside him, just pass me and get up there.
As the pursuit neared the town of Foreman, where a high school football game was underway, Sergeant Jones recognized the imminent danger to the public and knew he had to stop Terrell before reaching the area. Moving in once more, he executed a pit maneuver. The impact sent the Tahoe off the east side of the road, across a ditch, and into a pasture, where it came to rest upright facing west. The vehicle was cleared, and Terrell was found lying on the ground near the driver's side, partially concealed under the vehicle as he tried to hide. He was taken into custody without further incident. Troopers noted Terrell showed clear signs of intoxication, with a strong odor of alcohol on his breath. Records revealed he was wanted for failing to comply with sex offender registration, violating a domestic protection order, attempting to falsify a drug test, and revocation of his pardon.
Hey, I'm gonna put the pocket knife back in the vehicle, okay?
At about 5:48 p.m. on September 13th, 2025, Trooper Harper was monitoring traffic on Dr. Martin Luther King Highway in Camden, Ouachita County, when he spotted a Chevrolet speeding at nearly 100 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone. Trooper Harper immediately accelerated to pursue the Chevy as the driver continued racing away at high speed, clearly attempting to evade law enforcement. Not long after, when the opportunity presented itself, Trooper Harper executed a pit maneuver, causing the Chevy to spin counterclockwise. However, the driver quickly regained control and continued fleeing, weaving onto side roads in an effort to shake off the pursuing trooper. After a second pit attempt failed, Trooper Harper successfully executed a third pit as the driver tried to turn around. The impact disabled the Chevy, and the driver was taken into custody without further incident.
You better show me your fucking hands!
At approximately 4 p.m. on May 12, 2024, while on patrol, Trooper Chiros received a broadcast from 50 MASH regarding a yellow Jeep linked to a retail fraud and aggravated assault case involving the Utica Police Department. Utica officers had previously pursued the vehicle. Following dispatch guidance, Chiros located the yellow Jeep, made a U-turn, and began following it while waiting for backup before initiating a traffic stop.
You call 32 for Royal Plank?
32 and
Before backup arrived, the suspect vehicle suddenly accelerated, crossed into the westbound lanes, and began passing eastbound traffic on 32 Mile Road. Trooper Quiros activated his emergency lights and siren, but the driver refused to stop. He then notified dispatch in Station 20 that he was actively in pursuit.
Eastbound 32 from Hicks. Traffic's moderate. Speeds 90.
Eastbound 32 from Hicks.
Occupied 2 times. 5 miles.
Yeah, 232.
Dispatcher is 61, still eastbound. I got a picture of the north avenue.
Eastbound 32 from Hicks.
Approaching north avenue.
Yeah, bunch of that, man.
Traffic's moderate. Speeds.
Clear speeds of 100, traffic moderate.
Negative. Still eastbound.
Behind, what's your location?
Still eastbound. North avenue.
Sure, eastbound 55. Hey, what's it, almost traffic light for that?
We're still eastbound. Where at? Maybe you can contact Richmond. Traffic is light. Speeds 95.
Clear traffic light 235. What's your location?
Still eastbound 32.
The suspect continued at speeds near 100 miles per hour. Although traffic was light, Trooper Chiros chose not to perform a pit maneuver at that speed due to safety concerns, instead waiting for the vehicle to slow down before attempting a safer intervention.
Clear eastbound light traffic.
Still eastbound. Coming up to Hazelwood.
Clear eastbound traffic village.
Traffic's still light. Speeds 95. Eastbound. Welding.
Clear eastbound loading traffic light. Going from 33, you can come in out as well on that east side, 1 mile. Okay.
He crashed. He's out. He's what?
A few minutes later, an officer successfully deployed a spike strip deflating at least one of the suspect's tires. As the driver attempted to pass another vehicle, he lost control and veered off the road, causing the vehicle to roll several times before coming to rest in a grassy area. Trooper Chiros quickly approached and took the suspect into custody without further incident. Despite the severe damage to the vehicle, the suspect did not suffer any serious injuries. On July 31st, 2021, at approximately 7:55 p.m., Sergeant Chambers observed a black Chrysler 300 performing donuts at the intersection of Jonesboro Road and Lakewood Avenue. When he activated his blue lights to initiate a stop, the driver accelerated and fled, traveling southbound on Jonesboro Road at a high rate of speed. Sergeant Chambers notified Georgia State Patrol Radio Control, and Sergeant Kraling began coordinating radio communications for the pursuit.
Over Brownsville. Oh, yeah, 733, southbound. The Chrysler 300, we'll get aviation over and we're going to need it, probably. Out here, call, please. We're calling Maryland. Watch out for the stop traffic. We're across the Harbor Road. Coming some traffic. He's crossed out the road. Good, no traffic. Got green light right here, across the Constitution. Down the road. Alright, clear. Approximately. Sorry, Williams, I'm going to cut myself off. Coming towards the wall, you ever go there. Right on Cleveland, right on Cleveland.
Brakes on this one suck, so be careful.
What's down on Cleveland? What's down on Cleveland?
Calm down.
So what's down on Cleveland? She's coming on Brownsville here in a second. Yeah, westbound Cleveland, Burger Brownsville. is almost going in. Come on side. Still it now.
Watch oncoming traffic. Watch my brakes. Clear all the way down.
Crossing Lois Lane. Crossing Macon Street. Nearby State Street.
From the turn, he brakes better.
Got units coming right here in front of him. Proximity connector, proximity connector. 42 still primary, 797 secondary. They were crossing over the connector.
The driver continued to operate the vehicle recklessly through city streets. At the intersection of Cleveland Avenue and Metropolitan Parkway, the car jumped the curb and cut through a parking lot, endangering pedestrians. After striking the curb, the right rear tire blew out, but the driver kept fleeing on three wheels, narrowly avoiding several other vehicles.
Crossing 185 northbound on Metropolitan. Clear northbound Metro across 85. Westbound on Perkinson Road. Clear westbound on Perkinson for Metro. Crossing Quaker.
2 flat tires. Yeah.
Clear crossing Quaker Street on Venture for first and goes up there. Push bonds, black male, low haircut, dark complected, white shirt.
We're crossing over Avery Road.
We're crossing over Avery Road.
Oh, get on the highway, bitch. I dare you. Oh, you done fucked up now.
We are turning right onto the connector.
Can't do it right now.
Clear, turn right onto the connector. Left lane, we're going 35, 85 north. Passing 166.
We're on 166.
On the connector north, 166. We're going about 80. Setting up for a bit, 42, good attempt. Failed. Setting up again, we'll cross under Pie Road. He's going to try to film again. Clear northbound, approaching fire, and set for a second pit. We're going about 80. Setting up for a bit, 42, good attempt. Failed. Setting up again, we'll cross under Pie Road. He's going to try to film again. Clear northbound, approaching fire, and set for a second pit.
Let out.
After the pit maneuver, the driver and a passenger fled on foot. Sergeant Chambers pursued the driver and attempted to deploy a taser, but missed. Sergeant Ennis and Officer Gordon of the Atlanta Police Department then apprehended the driver after a short foot chase. The driver was taken to Atlanta Medical Center and later transported to the Fulton County Jail. The case was handled by Officer Roach of the Atlanta Police Department.
Yes.
At about 4:54 a.m. on February 19, 2024, an Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper from Montgomery attempted to stop a Hyundai sedan for speeding. Over 100 miles per hour in improper lane usage on I-71 outside Cincinnati. The driver fled at high speed, initiating a pursuit.
Traffic on 47 Milton traffic light. 31, 1047, and Milliken. 31.
The chase lasted nearly 15 minutes before the suspect collided with another vehicle while running a red light. The impact sent the suspect's car off the roadway, where officers quickly surrounded and arrested him. While in custody, the suspect claimed he had just woken up, but a trooper directly confronted him, accusing him of intentionally trying to ram a patrol car on the highway. The trooper dismissed the suspect's complaints of stomach pain, telling him, "Sometimes you have to pay the price for your actions." The driver of the other vehicle was not seriously injured.
Roll over!
EMS calling him out.
Hurry up!
Hurry up!
Hurry up! Get out! Right now! Get out! I didn't listen this twice! Put your hands in your back! Hands in your back!
Got two resistance, okay.
At approximately 11:33 p.m. on September 21st, 2024, Sergeant Zenda Staub was parked beneath the Pauline Whitaker Bridge when a silver passenger car passed at over 100 miles per hour. Sergeant Staub pulled out and initiated a pursuit, with speeds quickly exceeding 120 miles per hour.
We're sitting about 120, just past 86 now. Coming 87. Traffic is light. Visibility is spotty, but decent at most times. Road is dry.
You know what you're chasing?
It's a small passenger car. I'm trying to get a 28 on it. We're doing about 120. Looks like I got a secondary unit here.
Minutes later, Officer Sharp entered the highway to attempt an intercept. The suspect swerved to avoid Sharp, then abruptly turned left in front of Sergeant Staub, causing a collision at approximately 70 miles per hour that disabled both vehicles. Fortunately, neither Sergeant Staub nor the three occupants of the suspect vehicle suffered serious injuries. During the arrest, officers observed the suspect had red, watery eyes and smelled of alcohol. The suspect admitted to drinking prior to the crash. On March 22, 2024, Trooper Ray of the Florida Highway Patrol was traveling northbound on Interstate 75 near mile marker 316 in Sumter County when he spotted a white Honda SUV speeding past his patrol car. The vehicle had its high beams and windshield wipers on, despite clear weather, and began swerving recklessly across lanes before tailgating Trooper Ray at an extremely close distance. At that point, Ray activated his in-car camera to document the incident. The Honda then veered into the right lane, cut across all northbound lanes, and accelerated into the far left lane. Trooper Ray overtook the vehicle and activated his lights and siren. The driver initially slowed in the left lane, but quickly sped up again in an attempt to flee. Trooper Ray radioed in to report the pursuit.
And also need a description of that vehicle. We received multiple calls on that single call vehicle, 1477. That was the vehicle you're calling for. You may 51. Yes, 51. 27 up. Right now. Something. Subway 27. I'm going to start heading out there. I'll probably leave with the 50 minutes to the 6th grid. Stop 408, 48. Fine, 3 1 is 56 and 75. What do you got? 31, 31, 35. 5 northbound at the 3 feet right on the CRV. Vehicle passing on the shoulder, 110 miles an hour. What's your current mile marker at this one? Mile marker 314, mile marker 314.
The chase continued southbound on I-75, with Trooper Ray reaching speeds of 110 miles per hour in a 70 zone to keep up. The suspect drove onto the shoulder in emergency lanes to pass vehicles, making sudden lane changes and nearly causing multiple crashes in the process.
Down 4, full ping up to 309, full ping up to 309. For in reference, other than the unit that's behind the heated lighting, everybody stay off the radio. We are 1033 traffic. Alright, exiting on mile marker 314, exiting on mile marker 314. Conditions at this time. Light traffic, signal 4 whiskey. Light traffic, signal 4 whiskey. Stop on. Moving off the exit of the northbound on the southbound. What direction? Stop on eastbound 48. Signal 4 whiskey. Eastbound 48. 75.
Determining it was safe to end the pursuit, Trooper Ray executed a pit maneuver, sending the Honda across all lanes before it struck a mailbox and overturned on the southbound shoulder. With assistance from Trooper A. Amato and deputies from the Sumter County Sheriff's Office, Ray pulled the driver from the vehicle. The suspect was identified through a Florida driver's license as James R. Parrish, who appeared paranoid, incoherent, and disoriented, showing clear signs of impaired judgment.
I'll be leaving the Tampa station as well shortly.
At approximately 6:25 p.m. on Friday, March 7th, 2025, a District Heights police officer attempted to stop an Infiniti SUV in the 6000 block of Marlboro Pike. The driver initially pulled over, but then sped off northbound on Addison Road South, fleeing at a high rate of speed.
Infiniti SUV.
You got a tag?
That's the tag I gave you. So on Addison Road South going towards Ronald.
Copy. We put dispatches. I don't know what tag you gave us, unfortunately. 28, I got eyes on that car. Addison Road South going down towards, oh, we have 999.
I got eyes on that car. Addison Road South going down towards, oh, we have 999.
The pursuit lasted about 2 minutes before the Infiniti driver crashed into 4 other vehicles in the 1200 block of Addison Road South. The driver was taken into custody and transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. A woman and a teenager from one of the struck vehicles were also taken to the hospital. The woman was treated for non-life-threatening injuries, while the teenager was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Occupants of the other involved vehicles remained at the scene with minor injuries.
Okay, hits. I'm direct. Just for verification, is he ticket? Yeah, the car. Okay, this is line 1 in Addison, correct?
Yeah, they'll see all the lights.
Yeah, they'll see all the lights. All right, who else? Sorry, I'm in dark off.
On April 25, 2021, Troop B alerted Troop C Communications about a stolen Isuzu NPR landscape truck being tracked in the Atlanta metro area. Trooper Ennis, along with Trooper First Class Miles and Trooper Hun, spotted the truck heading southbound on I-75-85 near Fulton Street. When Trooper Ennis activated his emergency lights to conduct a traffic stop, the driver refused to pull over, and a pursuit began. Trooper Ennis notified Troop C Communications as the chase continued south on I-75-85.
Yeah, we're 1080.
1080. Double 1080. Still south about a mile from 285. Southbound 75, mile from 25. Central Avenue, now we're coming up on Central.
No, I'm gonna see if I can get him to go.
Stand by, 797, look at the vehicle, go ahead. Return to pin, roll up.
Troopers broke through the windshield and successfully took the driver into custody without further incident. The suspect was identified as Tyrell Williamson. He was transported to Grady Hospital for medical evaluation, then taken to the Fulton County Jail, where he was booked and held.
We ain't got a choice. We ain't gonna stop chasing you. Well, we could just stop.
At approximately 10:59 p.m. on January 31st, 2026, Trooper Holmes was on patrol when he observed a black Dodge Challenger traveling northbound on Highway 167 at a speed well above the posted limit. He immediately initiated a traffic stop, and at first, the driver appeared to comply.
Go ahead. 167 South at Hodges Road. We have a black Challenger, Texas, William Sam George 3656. William Sam George 3656. How's it going, man? You know how fast you were going? You were. Go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me.
As Trooper Holmes attempted to place the driver in handcuffs, the suspect suddenly broke free, jumped back into the vehicle, and accelerated away, briefly dragging the trooper along with him. Despite the danger, Trooper Holmes quickly recovered, returned to his patrol car, and initiated a pursuit.
23, 1037. Union County on 1037.
We're not sure what that means. What you got?
167, coming on the radar.
Yeah, well, I'm here at Mount Union. What's your point?
Traffic. Hey, he's rolling. I'm at 140.
Black, I believe. Good morning.
County code of Bus City.
We've had 167 coming into town, trying to get a better description of this location.
That's the 94 Town Road, south. Passing on 9 Road.
Passing Highway 7, he's in the southbound lane. Walk down the road.
Passing Highway 7 along Town Road.
Coming up the way to home.
Yeah, coming up to right now. Get it out.
TBI, all the way to Holmes. He's in the ditch.
We're going to be stopped.
After a pit maneuver was executed at approximately 116 miles per hour, the driver fled on foot from the scene. At around 2:07 a.m., he was reported traveling northbound on U.S. Highway 167 near the U.S. Highway 82 bypass, close to the Arkansas Welcome Center, roughly 2.1 miles from the original point of escape, where he was located, taken into custody, detained, and transported to the Union County Jail. On June 4, 2025, Sergeant Todd Williams of the Arkansas State Police was patrolling in the Ico area of Grant County when he spotted a Mazda 3 speeding with its hazard lights activated. Sergeant Williams followed the vehicle and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver ignored the signals and accelerated. Williams initiated a pursuit and quickly notified dispatch. After the unsuccessful pit maneuver, the driver slammed on the brakes and fled in the opposite direction. By this time, supporting units had arrived and began deploying spike strips to disable the suspect's vehicle.
The radio. Still driving southbound, 127.
The spike strips were effective, puncturing at least 2 of the suspect's tires. However, the driver continued to flee. Patrol units remained in pursuit and prepared to perform another pit maneuver if necessary. After several pit maneuvers, the suspect's vehicle was finally stopped. The driver, 31-year-old Carlos Smith of Lamar, fled on foot but was quickly arrested without further incident. 3 patrol units from Sheridan Police and 2 from the Grant County Sheriff's Office were damaged during the pursuit, along with a nearby City of Sheridan vehicle. Smith faces multiple charges from the Arkansas State Police and has several outstanding warrants in multiple states, including Arkansas. At approximately 12:41 a.m. on February 8, 2026, Trooper Hatcher was parked roadside conducting traffic enforcement when a red Subaru Legacy sped past at a high rate of speed. The vehicle was driving recklessly, at one point riding onto the shoulder and nearly striking a patrol unit, prompting Trooper Hatcher to immediately pull out and initiate a traffic stop.
Yep. Two B North, Adam Edward Union, 46 Lincoln. It's a maroon Subaru Legacy. We're taking the 2B. Get ready, boys. Eastbound on 64, coming up to 282. Passing the sheriff's office, speed's about 62. We're coming up to Shibley, 1037. Notify 87. Speed 65, there's no traffic. Notify the county as well. We're passing Shibley, coming up to Pleasant Valley.
I'm coming to you. I'm coming down 64 over.
No, I'm about to TBI. He's gonna crash out and hit somebody.
I'm coming up on the sheriff's office. I'll be there in a second.
TBI.
After a pit maneuver brought the vehicle to a stop, the driver appeared confused, questioning why he had been pursued and struck, but ultimately complied and was taken into custody. During the arrest, officers detected a strong odor of alcohol on his breath and observed clear signs of impairment consistent with intoxication.
Hey, why am I getting... Whoa.
10:17 p.m. on February 2nd, 2026, officers observed 2 wanted suspects traveling on the roadway. Upon noticing law enforcement approaching, The suspects immediately fled, leading to a pursuit.
Don't have signal. Can you go young? Okay.
Copy, this up.
320, call.
Go ahead.
Hands up.
Arriving, and we're just past 119.
Copy, just past 119.
Back towards the vehicle, do it now. Back towards me.
Tweet engaging.
Back towards me, do it right now. Right between these vehicles. Come on.
Radio Charles 27, we have a second and the vehicle's clear. 6119, try in.
On Friday, March 1st, 2024, at about 8:20 p.m., Trooper Ramsey was traveling east on U.S. Highway 412 near the Hometown Country Store when he spotted a Ford Fusion driving through a parking lot with its turn signal on, but no headlights. The car accelerated, stopped twice in the lot, then sped onto West Van Zant Road, still without lights. When Ramsey turned onto West Van Zant, he saw the vehicle had finally switched on its headlights, but was now speeding at more than 50 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. He activated his emergency lights. The driver briefly slowed, then accelerated again, fleeing at roughly 80 miles per hour.
I'm on South Bend, out with Black, Ford car, Adam Henry, board 53 Frank, ran a crash out. Hands! Go on the ground! On the ground! How many others are
The vehicle soon lost control, struck a drainage culvert, bounced back onto the roadway, and crashed into a large tree before coming to a stop. Trooper Ramsey notified dispatch and moved in to secure the scene. The driver climbed out immediately and complied with commands. He was identified as Grant Thomas and was taken into custody without incident. A strong odor of intoxicants was detected coming from Thomas.
No, sir. No.
Stand up.
Yes, sir. Oh,
I appreciate you.
Give me a second, please. Please, sir.
Huh?
Please, give me 1 second, please.
I'm drunk.
One second. Yes, sir.
How drunk are you?
I know, sir. Oh, I'm a pretty good boy. Hey.
Okay.
Man, I'm supposed to do it, please.
Go along for 19 after that. Here's 220 off the tag.
You're not going to run
You go ahead
free.
and get Washington County, see if they got any more work in you.
Yeah, you understand.
You could have hit anybody in this house.
Yes, sir.
And you're going to want to smoke a cigarette.
Hey, yes, sir.
Inside the crashed vehicle, Trooper Ramsey found an older female passenger, Melissa Hitson.
Yes.
As he helped her out, he heard crackling from the engine bay and saw flames beginning to spread, prompting him to move both occupants to safety and call for the fire department. Thomas repeatedly claimed he had stolen the car from his sister. After everyone was secure, Trooper Ramsey read him the Miranda warning. Thomas waived his rights and admitted to drinking earlier, adding that he had been released from jail in November. By the time firefighters arrived, the vehicle was nearly fully burned.
Insurance doesn't cover those that are...
At approximately 4:15 p.m. on February 10, 2023, Arkansas State Police responded to reports of a masked man operating an ATV on public roadways. When the suspect noticed police presence, he immediately fled, initiating a pursuit. After several minutes of pursuit through grassy areas near a residential neighborhood, the suspect re-entered the main roadway before driving onto the lawn of a nearby business, where the ATV became stuck. Officers quickly surrounded and arrested him. A search revealed illegal drugs, and the suspect showed signs of impairment. He was later investigated on drug trafficking charges.
Let me 1A, show me out with the road engine. Just got flagged down and just pulled in behind me.
On February 21st, 2021, around 8:51 a.m., Trooper James was wrapping up a traffic stop on I-75 South in Henry County when two motorcyclists pulled in behind him. They reported being followed by a gray SUV since leaving a gas station in Alpharetta. As they spoke, the SUV arrived and reversed down the interstate toward them. Trooper James instructed the driver, later identified as Tanya Dominic Higgins of Kentucky, to pull onto the shoulder. She complied, and Trooper James notified Troop D Communications.
14 Griffin. 1702 George, Edward, Kentucky. 1702 George, Edward. Hey! Just pulled off from me, 10-12.
As the woman exited her vehicle, the motorcyclist asked to leave, and Trooper James allowed it. As they rode off, Ms. Higgins got back into her SUV, ignored commands to stop, and began chasing the motorcycles. Trooper James alerted dispatch and followed her, activating his siren. She briefly moved to the shoulder near mile marker 218, but did not stop. Trooper James advised that a pursuit was underway.
She might be 1096. I'm going to wait till I get somebody looking for a bit.
Ms. Higgins re-entered traffic and continued tailing the motorcycles, copying their lane changes. As Trooper James closed in, she moved into the fast lane. He kept dispatch updated on their location, and after passing mile marker 216, requested backup from Locust Grove Police. Trooper First Class L. Pryor also radioed his location as the pursuit continued. Stop here, 215 south. Drove on the shoulder. At mile marker 215, Ms. Higgins briefly pulled onto the shoulder, but took off again as Trooper James approached. She moved into the middle lane, waved out the window, and briefly fixated on a passing motorcycle before continuing to follow it. Trooper James positioned himself to shield other traffic, while Ms. Higgins began mirroring his lane changes as TFC Pryor closed in.
On the left shoulder, right here at the 215 past the secondary turnaround, coming up on the 2. shoulder. Back to the shoulder again, right here, 213 south. Alright, she's exiting the vehicle. I'm gonna gunpoint. Stop! Stop right now, get on the ground. Get on the ground, lay flat on your chest. Lay flat on your chest, your stomach, do it now. Prone out, prone your hands out.
Ms. Higgins eventually stopped on the west shoulder near mile marker 213 and got out of her vehicle. Trooper James notified dispatch, drew his Glock 45, and gave verbal commands. She complied by lying on the ground. During this, a dog exited her vehicle and sat in the center lane. Ms. Higgins said it was friendly. As TFC Pryor arrived, Ms. Higgins suddenly ran back to her SUV. Trooper James followed, warning her not to drive. He drew his ASP baton and raised it to possibly break the window. She then raised her hands and exited the vehicle.
Get out of the car, get on the ground right now. Get on the ground right now. Do not fucking move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Turn around.
Here we go, shit. Oh my God, shit. I have me.
95, 1039. Next one.
On January 7th, 2026, at approximately 4:04 p.m., Trooper Fitzgerald was patrolling eastbound on East Main Street in Blytheville in the outside lane. Trooper Fitzgerald observed a black Toyota Camry in the inside eastbound lane pass his patrol unit, brake abruptly, and drift across the center line. He activated his emergency lights and attempted a traffic stop near the intersection of East Main Street and South Lockard Street. The vehicle failed to stop, prompting a pursuit.
C21, Jonesboro 1024. Lockhart and Ash. Stop. 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 No. Stop. John Road 1037. We're on Ash Street. North on Ash. The black Toyota Camry. Don't take this, Riddle. Hold it for a second.
The pursuit intensified as the vehicle turned right onto Ruddle Road and continued southbound. During this time, the suspect drove recklessly at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, passing other vehicles across solid yellow lines.
It's going to be boy out of Edward, 89 ball. Boy out of Edward, 89 ball.
Street, Ruddle, back on Ruddle.
Back on Ruddle South.
Crossing the tracks.
Crossing the tracks right now, speed's about 80.
Passing oncoming traffic.
Still southbound, speed's about 100.
Minutes later, Trooper Fitzgerald closed the distance to attempt a pit maneuver. The suspect suddenly braked and came to a stop, forcing Trooper Fitzgerald to brake hard and pass the vehicle, making minor contact with the driver's side mirror using the right front of the pit bumper. The suspect then turned around and fled northbound on Ruddle Road.
Staying tight. Crossing the tracks. Crossing the tracks. Breakdowns again.
TBI. Roll over, roll over, roll over.
Following the pit maneuver, the suspect complied, exited the vehicle through the front passenger door, and lay on the ground. He was identified as Rennie Sims, searched, and placed in the back of Trooper Fitzgerald's patrol car. Sims showed no visible injuries and stated he was not hurt, only frightened. Trooper Fitzgerald detected a strong odor of an intoxicating substance coming from Sims, who appeared impaired, sweating heavily with dilated pupils. A search of the vehicle revealed an orange prescription bottle containing a small amount of marijuana in the front passenger door and an open bottle of alcohol in the center console. A clear plastic bag containing a white, rock-like substance was also found on Sims.
Oh, hold on, not yet. Let me have his ID.
At around 5:30 a.m. on July 22nd, 2025, Arkansas State Trooper Gunnar Foltz spotted a gray Nissan Altima speeding down I-40 at 87 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone near mile marker 282 in West Memphis. When the Altima continued to accelerate, Trooper Foltz activated his emergency lights, but the driver refused to stop, pushing the car to 113 miles per hour and kicking off a high-speed pursuit. The pursuit was brief but intense. With precise timing and control, Trooper Foltz executed a successful TVI, pinning the Altima against the concrete barrier. Once the vehicle came to a stop, two female passengers exited and complied with commands. The male driver, later identified as John Black, was also taken into custody without further resistance. During questioning, Black admitted he fled simply because he didn't feel like stopping and had things to do. Officers noted clear signs of intoxication at the time of his arrest. On June 13th, 2023, at approximately 10:02 a.m., Trooper Drake attempted to stop a silver Chevrolet Camaro on U.S. Highway 67 at Miller County Road 140 for an unreadable paper tag and failure to use headlights while the windshield wipers were in use. The vehicle initially stopped, but as Trooper Drake exited his patrol car, the driver fled, initiating a pursuit.
June 19, 1037, 1036, 67, it's going to be a silver paperback.
Where is the 7 line?
What's your reason for stopping?
Trooper Drake notified Troop G dispatch and continued the pursuit southbound on US Highway 67 toward Texarkana. The suspect reached speeds of up to 134 miles per hour on wet roads with light traffic. Near East 24th Street, the driver slowed, turned right, traveled at about 65 miles per hour, and then made another right onto Woodland Road.
We're turning, going here, Georgia. I'm not sure. As soon as I went up to get I got decided not to keep it.
10-4, I've got you on the map. Shows that you're turning maybe on East 24th Street.
Turn on Woodline now, right on Woodline.
10-4, right on Woodland.
About 8. Left on East 35th, left on East 35th. Clear, clear. Intersection. Making left into a gas.
Taking advantage of the reduced speed as the suspect turned, Trooper Drake attempted a pit maneuver, but it appeared too light to bring the pursuit to an end.
Smoking it up and shaving him.
Passing vehicles driving on, crossing on that building. Up the red light. He just ran a stop sign here at East 12th.
Did you say he wrecked out?
Yeah, he just ran a stop sign at East 12th.
Temple.
Making a left, I believe it's going to be on Arkansas Boulevard. Coming to us about from here at the football field, Arkansas High football field. Make a left. Clear right, clear left. Back to 67. Taking a left on 67. Clear left lane. Then right.
No, no. Go ahead, let's go 98 from here. Let's start this one.
This one, normal 67.
That's fine. Just put it down somewhere anyway.
A few minutes later, despite slick roads and reduced visibility from the rain, the suspect continued to accelerate, maintaining speeds between 110 and over 120 miles per hour. Trooper Drake remained in pursuit, looking for another opportunity to attempt a pit maneuver.
This old lady is backed off to the seat. We're notified Miller and hip head. Say hi to one away.
Alright, you dance 108, let me know. I'm gonna let us back here for the 12.
I just hit it. Continuing on, though, I hit Menace driver north.
Alright.
Okay, just keep right on. There's a bridge before you get to Barter Farms, between the 12 and the Barter Farms on Satisfactory, that bridge.
Got his flag or something now. Looks like they pull over. He's got a flag on his back rear.
Show me your fucking hands! Show me your fucking hands!
After a third pit maneuver, the suspect's vehicle was finally disabled. The driver, Dustin Sockwell, complied with commands and was taken into custody. Sockwell admitted he fled to avoid having his vehicle impounded again. A small amount of marijuana was found inside the car. He was charged with felony fleeing, along with several misdemeanor offenses. Trooper Drake's patrol unit was damaged during the pursuit. On May 7th, 2024, Shortly after 1:15 p.m., police began pursuing a stolen vehicle linked to an earlier armed robbery in Columbus. The chase, which started in Whitehall, prompted Whitehall officers to request assistance from Columbus police. Two teenage suspects led officers on a dangerous pursuit, eventually ditching the first stolen vehicle and hijacking a Hyundai. When officers attempted to stop them, the suspects rammed a police cruiser head-on before speeding off again, recklessly weaving through traffic at high speed. The chase escalated to dangerous speeds, reaching between 120 and 140 miles per hour through heavy traffic. Despite their young age, the suspects' reckless driving and advanced maneuvering skills kept officers on edge. Spike strips were deployed in an attempt to deflate the tires, but the suspects evaded them. Officers then initiated a series of pit maneuvers in an effort to bring the pursuit to an end.
That's still on the reason the wedge was fixed. Go to B going, Demarest. The second one northbound, I think. Yeah, northbound. Just like, dude, I got sick over my eyes. Right? He's going to be inside of this shopping mall. He's behind the south one for Demarest.
Clearly, these suspects were not easily stopped. Multiple police units attempted pit maneuvers and tried to block the stolen vehicle, but somehow the teens managed to slip through and continue their high-speed, reckless getaway.
Take me eastbound.
See, I can't see.
The chase continued onto a construction zone where the road was littered with obstacles. Despite the hazards, the suspects showed no signs of slowing down. Thick clouds of dust kicked up by their speeding vehicle nearly blinded the pursuing officers, making it difficult to see what lay ahead.
How did you make it? Ran it all over.
631, 638,
Are they agree on all in this place?
631, Simon Riverbend.
Your job reading the entranceway field, the football stadium, your left Mount Street, going southbound.
Get out, get out.
Back to that,
The teens sped onto a dirt road off West Mound Street, where an officer performed a pit maneuver, sending the stolen Hyundai into a tree. Both suspects, with prior auto theft records, were arrested at the scene. The chase damaged 4 police cars and 2 civilian vehicles. The teens remain in juvenile detention awaiting their next court date. At approximately 9:15 p.m. on August 7, 2024, Sergeant Rutledge responded to reports of illegal street racing near North Decatur Road and Claremont Road. A Georgia State Patrol Aviation Unit reported vehicles blocking the roadway and pedestrians occupying the intersection. As Rutledge and other officers arrived, he observed a white sedan fleeing the scene and initiated a pursuit with another sergeant assisting.
We are southbound, Brown Road.
367's 1080 as well, south on Claremont, taking right on Scott.
76, 1080 as well, north of Hager.
Okay,
we got like 5 1080s, just bear with us. Just let the unit call, we can hear it, just let them call, don't worry about calling back.
The suspect accelerated to over 100 miles per hour. As Sergeant Rutledge moved in to prepare a pit maneuver due to the danger posed, the driver abruptly braked and turned onto Pine Tree Drive. Rutledge was unable to safely make the turn, and another officer assumed the lead position in the pursuit.
39, I've got you. Take it. 39's primary, 771 secondary, 122 is not 30. Take left on this. I'll give you this road name here in just a minute. Right on West Ponce. Clear left, clear left. Intersection, clear left, there's nothing right. Clear right, clear right, clear right, clear right. At the left, stop it.
While traveling on Ponce de Leon Avenue, the Lexus entered a sharp right-hand curve near East Lake Drive at excessive speed. The driver lost control, crossed into the eastbound lanes, and struck a white sedan with the front of the Lexus. The Lexus came to rest in the roadway, while the struck vehicle ended up off the road. The driver then complied with officers and was taken into custody without further incident. At about 9:45 p.m. on August 2nd, 2025, Trooper Bailey was on patrol when he spotted a black vehicle rapidly approaching from behind at over 100 miles per hour. He activated his emergency lights in an attempt to stop the car, but it sped past, clearly intent on fleeing. What the driver may have forgotten, however, was that he was in Arkansas, where a high-speed pursuit had just officially begun.
Go back off of 91, get behind the trooper. 91, where you at? I'm behind the front of 91.
Eastbound, if we got any little rock units.
Copy. So you get to them things that they coming up to 118, speeding up 115 and 120.
98, is that 7? Eastbound.
Central left for Running 122, coming up on 118. I go. Time for DVI, past 118, coming up no ahead. We're going to go overpass. Speed 120, passing on the inside.
Determining the vehicle posed a serious danger to others, officers decided to end the pursuit with a high-speed pit maneuver. Trooper Bailey executed the pit at 110 miles per hour, causing the car to spin counterclockwise. But the driver quickly regained control and continued speeding away.
TBI. Just getting back in it.
TBI recovered. 22.
Please continue.
Back on still eastbound.
What's the vehicle description? Toyota passenger car. Coming up military overpass. 91 is that you? 91 is 71, I'm behind you. Come on, Pastor. Pass all of us in the middle line. K90, I'm secondary behind the police.
Speed 122.
further drop out if you can. We have 30 units in.
Don't fucking do that! What are you doing?
Wait, please, that's the PDI. We're going to be right before the 121, speed to 101, passing on the shoulder. Speeds are 115 going under the Alco overpass. Station PDI right at Burlington. PDI at Burlington, roll over.
The chase reached speeds of over 120 miles per hour. After just over 2 minutes, another patrol unit pulled ahead and executed a successful pit maneuver at 115 miles per hour, sending the vehicle into a concrete barrier. The car skidded along the roadway before coming to a stop. The driver attempted to exit and flee on foot, but officers quickly closed in, apprehending both the driver and the passenger. The incident remains under investigation.
Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move!
Around 3:15 p.m. on February 25th, 2024, troopers were actively searching for a white vehicle that had fled from law enforcement moments earlier. While monitoring the area, Trooper Fultz suddenly saw a car matching the description speed past his position. Immediately recognizing the vehicle, he activated his emergency lights, and the pursuit was on.
D24 City, I'm behind them. We're southbound on 19.
State has pursued 1 extra unit. Everybody else hang back.
Yeah, well, we got other cars coming in oncoming traffic towards her.
Passenger car. My speed right now is about 85. Other cars were trying to hit her head on. I'm not sure what they were involved with.
Also, to be advised, I think they were shooting out in the vehicle also. 17 days.
What kind of kids are in this car?
I didn't observe any kids. I just seen a driver and a passenger.
Passenger.
Stop!
Who are these two other cars that are following us?
D24 City, I've had too much traffic. I can't get up beside them.
Be advised, we're going to be public service with the daughter of the vehicle.
Is she in one of those vehicles? She's going across the stairs, man. There's nowhere for her to go out there. West Memphis, tell whoever you're on the phone with to stop following the officers. I got 2 cars following me right now. Check.
Call is disconnected. She is not her mother with the passenger of the vehicle.
TVI.
Hands! Show me your hands! Don't! Get back! Get back! Get back!
A few minutes later, a well-timed pit maneuver brought the chase to an end. The driver, a woman with her child in the vehicle, tried to claim she'd done nothing wrong, but was taken into custody without further incident. The child was safely turned over to a family member. At approximately 6:55 a.m. on November 30th, 2025, Officer Matthew Walker received information requesting assistance with a pursuit involving a vehicle attempting to flee from law enforcement at high speed. Officer Walker immediately responded and moved to intercept the pursuit. As the suspect vehicle passed his position, Officer Walker joined the chase and quickly advanced to assume the lead position in the pursuit. During the pursuit, the driver suddenly applied heavy braking, nearly causing Officer Walker to collide with the rear of the suspect vehicle. Immediately afterward, the vehicle accelerated again at high speed. Although the passenger extended their hands out of the window in an apparent attempt to surrender, the driver continued fleeing. A few minutes later, Officer Walker executed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect vehicle to strike the guardrail and veer into the grassy median. The driver attempted to continue fleeing, but was blocked by Officer Walker. Both the driver and the passenger were taken into custody shortly thereafter without further incident. The driver was found to have a suspended driver's license, which he admitted was the reason he attempted to flee from law enforcement.
Be quiet! Shut up!
On June 5th, 2021, an officer spotted a black Mazda speeding at over 90 miles per hour with no license plate. The officer began to follow and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver refused to comply and accelerated, initiating a high-speed pursuit. As the pursuit began, the driver quickly accelerated to over 100 miles per hour, weaving through lanes in an attempt to escape. At one point, officers attempted to strike the rear of the Mazda to slow it down, but the maneuver had no effect. The driver only accelerated faster. As the pursuit entered a construction zone, the Mazda began to slow down. Officers quickly seized the opportunity and executed a pit maneuver. Although the driver tried to steer out and continue fleeing, troopers forced the vehicle to a complete stop. Both the driver and passenger immediately exited the car and fled on foot. The driver, Rebecca Grinnell, was arrested shortly after. Passenger Jarrett Eason was caught following a brief foot chase and canine deployment. Inside the stolen Mazda, officers found drugs and stolen IDs. Grinnell had a suspended license and an active theft warrant. She was charged with fleeing, reckless driving, DUI, and theft. Eason was charged with theft and obstruction. Grinnell was sentenced to 3 years, but paroled after 7 months. Eason received 5 years, with 3 to be served in custody. On May 14th, 2025, at around 11:19 p.m., Trooper Guerra was patrolling south on Interstate 540 when a gray Chevrolet Malibu sped past him in the left lane, quickly accelerating out of sight. Using his radar, Guerra clocked the car at 88 miles per hour in a 65 zone. He attempted a traffic stop near the U.S. Highway 64 overpass, activating his emergency lights. The Malibu briefly slowed and stopped north of the 28th Street overpass, then suddenly fled, reaching speeds of up to 124 miles per hour.
David Boyd 107 524. David Boyd 107 524. He stopped and then it kept on going. Stand by.
At the 4-mile marker, Trooper Guerra attempted a TVI, but the suspect brake-checked him, nearly causing Guerra to lose control of his patrol car. The driver then swerved onto the right shoulder, past several vehicles, and abruptly exited toward Kelly Highway.
Still going. Driving on the shoulder. He brake-checked.
As the suspect approached a red light at the intersection with Kelly Highway, he slammed into a traffic light pole positioned between the eastbound and westbound turning lanes. The crash occurred at approximately 70 miles per hour, just as the suspect appeared ready to run the car. The vehicle came to a stop, disabled the westbound lanes. Trooper Guerra arrested the suspect without further incident. The suspect suffered a serious leg injury, received on-scene medical aid, and was transported to the hospital for treatment.
I'm just spreading my arms.
At 9:51 p.m. on Saturday, February 11th, 2023, Troop H Communications was notified by Sequoyah County, Oklahoma, that deputies were pursuing a white 2021 Nissan Sentra eastbound on Interstate 40 before it turned onto US 64 near Muldrow. At 10:04 p.m., Sequoyah County units lost contact, believing the vehicle continued toward Moffett, Oklahoma. At approximately 10:20 p.m., Sergeant Gregory Smith and Trooper Araujo observed the suspect crossing the Garrison Street Bridge into Fort Smith. They attempted a stop at the Valero gas station on Garrison Street and South 5th Street, but the driver fled, returning across the bridge into the Fort Smith stockyards before circling back into Oklahoma.
Back into Oklahoma. We're going back into Oklahoma.
The vehicle fled toward Oklahoma at speeds of approximately 100 miles per hour in light traffic conditions, with Troopers M. Price and J. Bass, along with Corporal B. Turnipseed, joining the pursuit.
Yeah, we're northbound. We're going back towards Dora.
Okay, so you're coming towards 40.
We're taking the Moffett exit. Moffett exit.
By that door?
We're down here by the cattle yard.
Okay, are you going down in there towards the cattle yard, or are you going across the bottom like you're going to come up north, like you're going to go northbound?
We're down here by the cattle yard. We're circling back, going back across the bridge. Back across the bridge. Seven's got primary, I'm secondary. We got 29 on third, and then 30 behind him. 119 eastbound, coming up on the freeze.
The chase continued on U.S. Highway 64D into Dora, with Sergeant Smith, Trooper Price, Trooper Bass, and Trooper Araujo in pursuit. The Nissan re-entered Interstate 40 eastbound at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, driving recklessly. Trooper Araujo attempted several pit maneuvers, but the driver swerved to avoid contact and tried to force him off the roadway.
Just take your time, get up there, we got light traffic, see if you can get the job done, put him over there towards the foot. 45, your light. Alright, we're still eastbound, 117 miles an hour on Lee Creek. Lee Creek eastbound, 124, traffic light. Yeah, as soon as we get a chance to in there. Yeah, he's at 100 plus on these curves, so by the time 7 gets up there and gets close, we're already in a curve. We're still northbound, we're coming into the Cedarville city limits, 100 to 150. Okay, we're in.
The pursuit continued north on State Highway 59 towards Cedarville. Trooper Araujo maintained distance due to the sharp curves along the highway, while Trooper Bass, in the secondary position, warned him of upcoming hazards. Near Cedarville, the driver lost control, veered off the east shoulder, struck a private driveway, became airborne, and collided with a tree and a utility pole. The Nissan came to rest upright on the east shoulder of SH 59.
Diego, we're good. Just watch passenger side. Drive out now! Driver, crawl out now! Don't come out. Hold on, Matt. Don't go to him.
Give me go left. Clear your nose. It's just us.
Keep your leg out. Hold on. Get out the back window. Stay down. Crawl your ass out on the hood of that car now. My car.
You're in the back. Get your hands up.
Make her come to you. Do not go to that car. Get over there on the ground on the fucking car. Crawl right over there on the ground. Go to her. Go to them. Go to them. Hey, get over there to them. Get on the ground. Face down.
As Trooper Love approached the driver's side, he saw a baby secured in a car seat in the back, along with a black male driver and a black female passenger. When asked for his license, the driver admitted he didn't have one and said it had been suspended. He identified himself as Antoine Williams, but a records check showed no match to the name or information. Dispatch also confirmed no return. When Trooper Love instructed him to step out of the vehicle, The driver glanced at the passenger, grabbed the gear shift, and sped off, initiating a pursuit.
A6 2-man test on 1080.
Unit 10-3, 1033, 62, 1080.
As Trooper Love approached the driver's side, he saw a baby secured in a car seat in the back, along with a black male driver and a black female passenger. When asked for his license, the driver admitted he didn't have one and said it had been suspended. He identified himself as Antoine Williams, but a records check showed no match to the name or information. Dispatch also confirmed no return. When Trooper Love instructed him to step out of the vehicle, the driver glanced at the passenger, grabbed the gear shift, and sped off, initiating a pursuit. At approximately 12:11 p.m. on March 26, 2026, Officer Phelps was traveling northbound on North 50th Street near Armour Street when he observed a black 2020 Jeep Cherokee displaying an expired Arkansas temporary tag from February 2026. The vehicle also showed significant front-end damage. It then made a sudden left turn onto Armour Street in front of an oncoming red vehicle without yielding. Phelps activated his emergency lights and siren to initiate a stop. The driver initially complied.
Hey man, hey, hop out. Hop out. Hey, step out for a second. Come back here. Talk to me.
You better not reach for anything. Hop out. Come back here.
Should be platform bad.
Come back here. Come back here, man. I'm Trooper Phelps, Arkansas State Police. First time I stopped you, man, because your tags are severely expired and you about cut off a car back there. Keep your hands where I see you. You have your driver's license on you. Where's your driver's license at? In the car? Just hang out here. I'll get your ID. What's your name? What is it? Joseph Bassett. Bassett? How you spell that?
During the stop, Officer Phelps observed the driver, later identified as Joseph Carl Bassett, making furtive movements near the center console. Bassett complied when ordered out of the vehicle, but appeared nervous and avoided eye contact. Based on his behavior and suspected criminal activity, Phelps requested consent to search the vehicle, which was denied. He then requested a K-9 unit from the Fort Smith Police Department. While waiting, Phelps returned to his patrol vehicle to run Bassett's information. At approximately 12:19 p.m., Officer Valente arrived to assist. Around 12:20 p.m., Bassett suddenly ran back to the vehicle and fled the scene.
What's down on the street? Coming up in the coming up to the 31 trying to go up to the PDI on the 2 hour road coming up to the Dashcam.
Clear left, clear right, clear left, clear.
Okay, we're westbound, about 75, you're on the street. Coming to Midland.
Clear right.
Okay, we're coming up to Midland now. We're going to southbound. So. More 30 seconds southbound from Midland, Kelly.
Copy, approaching Kelly. Is it an SUV? The these SUVs or the regular?
Yes, it's a SUV. TVI.
TVI. Hands! Show your hands! Hands! Hands now! Hey, I got it. You got it. All right. You better put your hands up.
Following a pit maneuver, Joseph Carl Bassett complied with officers and was taken into custody. A search of the vehicle revealed approximately 2.5 bars of suspected Xanax in the center console, along with a glass pipe containing white residue. At around 4:35 p.m. on July 24th, 2022, Trooper Hess observed a vehicle make an unsafe lane change without signaling. He immediately pulled in behind the car and followed, looking for a safe location to initiate a traffic stop.
We'll try to get to the 241.
Coming by the 241 now.
After Trooper Hess activated his emergency lights, the driver failed to stop and continued moving. At a nearby intersection, the vehicle briefly came to a halt before suddenly accelerating away. The pursuit continued at speeds between 60 and 70 miles per hour. Trooper Hess immediately activated his siren and notified dispatch that a chase was underway.
Okay, we're going south on Newcastle Road. South on Newcastle Road. God, my radio quit. I'm 1037, passing on double yellow. Traffic light, speed 65, accelerating.
Passing in the turning lane, speed's 110, info.
Okay, we're coming through Colt now. If y'all can get some spikes out.
As the pursuit neared the St. Francis Cross County line, Trooper Pettigrew saw that the roadway was clear and bordered only by open farmland. Seizing the opportunity, he executed a pit maneuver at approximately 118 miles per hour. The impact sent the suspect's vehicle skidding across the roadway, crashing into the grass and rolling onto its side. The driver was ejected from the vehicle, and troopers moved in quickly with weapons drawn.
D4, he's ejected. Clear the, hang on, we're going to clear this car first. Clear? Clear. Hey, okay, try to get him.